Have you ever wondered how Michael Jackson rose to the level of fame that he did? Well, watch this video. What's going on, guys? My name's Cliff, and this is Unpack That Bowl, the show where I take a deep dive into pop culture. So this week, we're going to take a deep dive into how Michael Jackson became the king of pop. Alright, now first, I know the accusations that surround Michael Jackson. I know this. But, there is no denying that at one point, Michael Jackson was one of the most famous people in the planet. Not just America, but the entire world. Alright? Michael Jackson is still used for when people compare being the greatest of something to. Like, I am the Michael Jackson of dishwashing. I'm the Michael Jackson of folding boxes. The Michael Jackson of cooking crabs. You are the Michael Jackson of blank. Michael Jackson was at the height of pop culture. But how? How? Now, I can already hear what you're saying. Michael Jackson was a monster. Why would I want to watch a video about someone who's committed such gross atrocities? And to that, 2 points. First, if you will watch a video about any of these people, David Bowie, Jimmy Page, R. Kelly, here's a hint, you totally did, 6-part series, Steven Tyler, Marvin Gaye, Elvis Presley, or Mick Jagger, then you should probably stay and watch this video because honestly, those people have more concrete evidence against them than Michael Jackson does, but I digress. Or 2. Would you watch a historical video about the rise of Nazis or communists like Stalin or Hitler or Mussolini? And if you would, watch this video. So, if you said yes to any of those, then I would say stay, watch this video, and find out how Michael Jackson became a musical great. So, in this video, baby dangling aside, I just want to talk about the music and the accolades and how fast these things both grew. And if you said no to either of those questions or both of those questions, stay. Please stay. Alright, let's start from the top. Michael Jackson was born in Gary, Indiana. He was one of 10 kids. His father, Joe Jackson, a former boxer, was a crane operator at U.S. Steel, and he played guitar in a local R&B band. He basically did this to supplement money, and the band was called the Falcons. In 1964, Michael and Marlon joined the Jackson Brothers, a band formed by their father which included Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine, as backup musicians playing congas and the tambourine. In 1965, Michael began sharing lead vocals with Jermaine, and the group's name was changed to the Jackson 5. The following years, the group won a talent show. Michael performed a dance to Robert Parker's 1965 song Barefootin', and he sang the lead vocals to The Temptations' My Girl. The Jackson 5 recorded several songs for the Gary record label, called Steeltown Records. The first single, Big Boy, was released in 1968. The following year, the group signed with Motown and relocated from Gary, Indiana, all the way west to Los Angeles. Rolling Stone later described the young Michael Jackson as a prodigy with overwhelming musical gifts who quickly emerged as the main draw and the leader of the group. The rise of Michael Jackson, the accolade. And prodigy he was, because as the decade turned, the Jackson 5 dominated the 70s and the 80s. And it was clear that Michael Jackson was the true superstar of the group. So where does he go from here? 1970 is his first 4 #1 hits. Jackson 5 has I Want You Back, I'll Be There, The Love You Save, and ABC, with that one getting them nominated for their first Grammy. 1982 Thriller. Following the release of his 1979 hit album, Off the Wall, Jackson released Thriller on November 30th, 1982. Now both albums were inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2008, but Thriller is widely considered Jackson's most successful album. Co-produced together by another musical giant, Quincy Jones, and Michael Jackson, the landmark album became the first album ever to generate 7 top 10 hits on Billboard Hot 100. With sales of 29 million copies, Thriller is tied with the Eagles' Their Greatest Hits, 1971 to 1975, as the best-selling album of all time, according to the RIAA. And that was one band's greatest hits. That's crazy, B. 1983, the moonwalk. The very next year, Michael Jackson debuted what would become his signature dance move, the moonwalk. During a performance of Billie Jean on May 16, 1983, TV special Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, and Forever, in celebration of the label's 25th anniversary. Later that year, on December 2nd, Jackson changed the music video world for good when he released a music video for Thriller. The near 14-minute epic unlocked the unlimited possibilities of music videos while helping cement the viability of the medium itself. Sorry, the rain, so I gotta close the window. Michael Jackson made history when he became the first artist to win 8 Grammys at the 1984 Grammy Awards on February 28th. How could he not be a musical icon at this point? The King of Pop's Grammy Haul includes Album of the Year for Thriller, Record of the Year for Beat It. Jackson sits among all the other artists with the most Grammys won in the 80s with 11 total. 1984, Hollywood Walk of Fame times 2. Again, Jackson becomes the first celebrity to have 2 stars in the same category on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Before receiving a recording star as a solo artist, he earned his name in cement as part of the Jackson 5. 1988, Grammy solo performance debut. Jackson made his solo Grammy stage debut on the 30th Annual Grammy Awards, which took place in New York on March 2nd. Arguably one of the greatest performances in Grammy history. I'm serious. Go back and watch that. Breathtaking. Jackson performed a medley, like a jamboree of songs, so many fucking songs, featuring The Way You Make Me Feel and Man in the Mirror. Both of those are bumpers. I don't care what you tell me. Both of those are bumpers. I don't care what you tell me. The man in the mirror. The way you make me feel. I can't do it like him. I'm not gonna butcher his shit. 1993, Grammy Legend Award. To this date, only 15 individuals have won this award. The prestigious Grammy Legend Award, a Recording Academy Special Merit Award that is presented to individuals or groups for ongoing contributions or influences in music and pop culture. In 1993, Michael Jackson became the 10th individual to earn this honor. 1997, the Jackson 5 entered the Hall of Fame. Well, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but Jackson was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the first time as part of the Jackson 5 with his brothers Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, and Tito. And then in 2001, he was later inducted as a solo artist. And then, as we all know, Michael Jackson died in 2008. So, in 2009, 2.6 million downloads sold. Jackson became the first artist to sell more than 1 million digital tracks in 1 week. He sold 2.6 million tracks, easily breaking the old record that stood. He also became the first artist to have the 3 best-selling albums in the US. And then 2 weeks later, he became the first artist to have 6 of 10 best-selling albums. 2014, Jackson makes history again. On May 21st, Jackson became the first artist in history to score a top 10 hit on Billboard Hot 100 in 5 different categories. When Love Never Felt So Good, from its posthumous release of Escape, reached number 9. Crazy. It's craziness out here. So, in conclusion, Michael Jackson is a historical musical icon. It is just how it is. Now, if the things Michael Jackson are alleged to have done are true, that would be awful. And even though I subscribe to certain theories about Michael Jackson, you can never say it didn't happen. So that's always going to be a taint on Michael Jackson. And I think that's fair. But also, if it's not right and it's not true and it's not proven, that's all this can be, is but a blemish. And it shouldn't affect Michael Jackson as a musical icon and musical influence. Not judging whether or not he was a good person or a bad person, but as I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess what I'm trying to say is, in the zeitgeist of musical pop culture, Michael Jackson is on the Mount Rushmore. George Washington is on our Mount Rushmore, and that nigga had slaves. So Michael Jackson can be on the musical Mount Rushmore. I'm fine with that. I don't know. Maybe you're not fine with that. Maybe you feel the same way as I do. I won't know unless you go in the comments and you let me know how you feel. I really want to know what you guys think about Michael Jackson, a musical icon. Hit me with those thoughts. Even if you want to talk about Michael Jackson, the person, and yell at me, hit me with those thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Cliff, and this has been Unpack That Bowl. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.